Hi there. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing behind. I'm doing behind. I meant I'm behind. Sorry. I'm going to share with you what I'm working on. Right now, our schedule is at week 2, and I'm still creating it. But I'm glad you're the first person who joined me this week. So I'm in the process of putting up week 2. So on your end, there isn't much to do yet. So if you could give me until later on today, like maybe check back by 5 o'clock. Um, but I am putting up items that are listed on the syllabus. So you know that for this week reading, you have the sympathizer, which is Armenian novel. Please go ahead and read that. And the first 2 chapters are expected of you guys to have read by the end of this week, which is on Sunday. So please go ahead and read it and annotate it. Um, if there's any problem with getting the sympathizer in the mail, please let me know. Meanwhile, you can read it online via the eVampire website. So let me double check to see if the links are still here and it's still working. So under announcements, we have this thing called links to our textbooks. So here's the synthesizer. So yeah, if you're waiting for your book in the mail, you can go ahead and read this page meanwhile. Otherwise, you can also read it on this website. But then you're gonna have to figure out a way to annotate like what I've been doing here using Genius Annotator. Okay, so it's very, should I say, self-explanatory, and it is a Google Chrome extension. So you need to figure out how to do this if you're gonna read it on this web page. Okay, that's the thing. The first thing for this week. We're also going to read the introduction to On Writing Well. So On Writing Well is right here. Right, click on that, and the PDF is available to you now. You can download the PDF and save it there. Okay, so scroll down and read the front matter, the front and back matter of this book. Scroll down to read the introduction. Okay, so it's gonna take a little bit to load right here, but the introduction is right below. Okay, it's not much. It's about 5 pages long or something. So this is the introduction right here. So please read this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So roughly about 4 pages. Okay, so reading the introduction will give you some background knowledge of the book and of Zinzer's purposes of writing this book called On Writing Well. Okay, and the next thing that you're reading is writing a personal essay, and this is under the Curious Writer. So you have the Curious Writer at your disposal as well. And this PDF here, please save it onto your computer or to your own Google Drive. Okay, so scroll down to chapter 3, which is right here. Writing a personal essay, and it starts on page 71. So you have to scroll a little bit down to find it because it's chapter 3. So if printing it out works, then go ahead and print it out and read it. This chapter teaches us how to write the personal essay based on the inquiry-based approach. So using the inquiry-based. So you probably have written a personal essay before, but you probably haven't done a personal essay using inquiry. So this chapter will enable you to understand more into that. You can skim this chapter if you like, or if reading it word for word works for you, please go ahead and do that. And then the academic essay structure is right here, this link. So I think you are familiar with how MLA looks. So this is just a review, and this is just a sample paper format with all the explanations here. You can also find this on our Purdue. So our Purdue MLA. Okay. Hold on, a student is texting me. Let me see who's needing my help. Okay, never mind. All right, so here is the MLA sample paper on this website. So you can also look at this to review on how to format your essays and all the other papers using MLA. Okay? So a review here, and then this is the our Purdue University website I just showed you, and Prewriting and outlining. We'll be doing a lot of this Prewriting and outlining materials for our major papers and for the responses, the journals. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the journals, but I want to give you a heads up that you need to review Prewriting options here. You have brainstorming, Prewriting, listing, clustering, and then you have outlining your paper. Okay? So go ahead and take a look at this resource. If you need a reminder of how to rewrite an outline, you should have been taught how to do these in the previous classes. If you have a problem with that, let me know. So I'm going to talk about the journal now. I haven't put it up yet, meaning put it up in Canvas yet. So I will do that. It says journal 2 is due this week, but last week we didn't have one. So it's going to be journal number 1. That's going to be due on Sunday. Along with journal number 1, you have discussion 2, week 2 discussions forum. Okay? And then the Prewriting and outlining materials for your personal essay. So like I stated, I haven't I haven't updated Canvas yet. So if you could please check back later on today, like maybe 5 p.m., you should be able to see a thread, an assignment thread. Under week 2, there's going to be an assignment thread. Under week 2, that's going to say journal number 1. And click on it, and you will see directions. You will read instructions on how to do it. It will also come with a student sample and well, not mine, but another professor's sample on the journal writing. And so after that would be week 2. There's going to be another thread for week 2 discussions forum, and that's going to be precisely what I have here. This thing right here. Okay, I will modify it a little bit to match what we have going on so far, but it's right here on the syllabus. Then after that will be the Prewriting and outlining materials for the personal essay. So in order for you to write, to do that assignment, you need to read chapter 3. Okay, so there's another way to view chapter 3 as well. So it's on SlideShare, and I'll give you the link in a moment. So let me search for it. This is the presentation format of the same chapter. Okay, and I've been using this to help students out. If reading is too intensive, they can view this SlideShare on the chapter. Okay, if you are confused when you look at this SlideShare, please go ahead and go back to the book right, to this book right here, the Curious Writer, right? Look at this book and look at the chapter to see if you can clarify some of the questions you have while you look at the slideshare. Ideally, you should look at the chapter first. Read this chapter, skim it, look at it first before you look at this. But if you don't want to read intensive reading, then you can just go ahead and skip that reading and then just look at the slideshare. So I'm gonna post the link to the chat room, so that you have the link to the slideshare. Okay. Now that will be it for week 2. Again, check back after 5 p.m. today. I should have week 2 updated. Been running around busy with everything else, so I haven't gotten a chance to update this task yet. Are there questions that you have right now for me? Can I help you with something? Go ahead. Okay, if your audio doesn't work, you can also type in the group chat. So type your questions in. In the Zoom app, there is a button called chat. So click on that button and then type in your message or your question. Okay. If you're on the computer, there's this chat button right there. Click on that and the chat window will appear, and you can go ahead and type in your questions. I have Julia and Anna. Sorry if I mispronounced your name or something.
Oh, it's okay, sir.
Okay, so I can hear you, Hannah, right? Do you have a question?
No, I don't have anything. Thank you.
Okay, so there are other Zoom meetings this week. So after 5 today and looking at week 2 and you're still confused, please go ahead and either send me an email or join us again on Zoom to ask your questions. So the benefits of meeting me on Zoom is I can show you things. Okay, if we just to text each other or email each other, you might be further confused. That's why you can come back on Thursday at 12 at noon, or on Friday at 12:30, and then again at 5 p.m. Okay, so on Friday, if you have more questions, check back. But now you know that you have reading assignments. So please go ahead and, especially the sympathizer, please read these 2 chapters. It's not an easy book by any means, so slow reading is necessary, but it's rewarding. If you get it, it's rewarding. Okay. And you have the Writing Well and Personal Essay, Chapter 3. So those are the more important ones to look at. If you have no more questions, I'm going to end the meeting now and then work on the Canvas updating thing that I have to do. In the future, I will try to host our meetings at a more quiet place. I was in a hurry, so I sat down at the Starbucks. So the background noise might be distracting to you. I've got this meeting recorded. I'm not sure how to make it available yet on Canvas. I'm still figuring it out, but I will announce if I got posted the meeting, that is the recording. Okay, so I will end the meeting now and see you guys later.
Thank you.
Bye.